Well, Bill, in reading your mini blog post on your website over the past year, it looks like you've been busy since your memoir was published a year ago. What are some of the highlights, including how you gauge your impact on the important subject of racism?
Well, thanks, Will. It's great to be with you again after almost a year since your first interview, our first interview together. I've made many presentations during this year to local libraries, church groups, and nonprofit agencies, and also had a radio interview on a minority station. I have presented either in person or via Zoom to hundreds of people. My website has had more than 2,000 hits, primarily driven by my regular blog posts that you referenced. These posts recently featured imagined conversations about my racism, anti-racism journey with my deceased parents, covering each chapter of the book. The book is available in local libraries and bookstores, and it enjoys a 4.7 out of 5 rating on Amazon. I send monthly email updates to several hundred people regarding my ongoing writing, presentations, readings, and discoveries. The book even inspired a local artist to create a sculpture with a theme of reflecting a wish for courage to build better relationships in the world. It was part of her 2022 Wishbones project, that she called it, defined as a collaborative community sculpture project seeking to bridge isolation and forge new connections. It is stark white in color since it is sculpted out of alabaster. So I've titled it The Tip of the Iceberg, representing what I call the hidden white confoundedness, quote unquote, white confoundedness of racism underneath what typically can be observed. And I present it within a black cloth backdrop as a metaphor for the nurturing black presence all around us who believe we are white. I'd like to briefly touch upon what I discuss in my presentations, where I provide an overview of the risk, rewards, consequences, and discoveries since writing the book. I've incorporated current events such as the Buffalo, New York, and Uvalde, Texas shootings, as well as immigration tactics being used by some southern states and flying refugees in the northern cities. I have coined the previously mentioned term white confoundedness to demonstrate how white supremacy remains steadfast in our midst. Based on the feedback I have received, my memoir and the associated ongoing work have had a positive impact on hundreds of people that I know of, and hopefully countless others beyond that. I really feel blessed with what I've been able to do to make a small difference in the world, including those of the younger generations, especially our grandchildren. In summary, the overwhelming positive reception in discussing the difficult and challenging subject of the enduring racism in our midst has been very gratifying since publication a year ago.